All right, listen up, because I'm only going to tell this story once. And when I'm done, you'll understand why I had to walk away and why I had to come back. I was always different. Growing up, I was that kid who'd rather be outside, digging in the dirt, talking to plants, and dreaming of turning our barren backyard into a lush garden. My family, though, they thought I was crazy. My dad, a stern man with a heart as hard as the concrete he laid for a living, would scoff and say, "You're wasting your time, boy. You'll never amount to anything with that nonsense." My mom, well, she just didn't understand. She'd shake her head and mutter, "Why can't you be normal, like your sister?" My sister, oh, she was the golden child. Straight A's, captain of the cheerleading squad, dating the quarterback. She was everything I wasn't. And she didn't miss a chance to rub it in. "You're such an embarrassment, Alex," she'd sneer. "No one believes in your stupid green thumb. You're just a joke." I remember the day I decided to leave. I was 18, and I'd just been accepted into a horticulture program at a university a few states away. I told my family at dinner, expecting at least a little support. But all I got was laughter. My dad chuckled. "You're throwing your life away, son. You'll be back here in a year, tail between your legs." My mom just sighed, and my sister, she laughed the hardest. "Good riddance, weirdo," she said. "Maybe now we can have a normal family." So I left. I walked out of that house with nothing but a backpack and a dream. I was determined to prove them wrong, to show them that I wasn't just some crazy kid with a green thumb. I was going to be something more. College was tough. I struggled at first, doubting myself, wondering if my family was right. But then I met Professor Harris. He saw something in me, believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. He taught me about permaculture, about turning barren lands into thriving ecosystems. It was like a light bulb went off in my head. This was what I was meant to do. I threw myself into my studies, working harder than I ever had before. I interned at a local nursery, volunteering my time to learn more, to gain experience. I started a blog, sharing my journey, my successes, my failures. People started to take notice. They saw the passion in my words, the dedication in my actions. And slowly but surely, I started to gain a following. After graduation, I didn't go back home. I couldn't. Not yet. I had a dream to chase, a promise to keep. I traveled the world, learning from the best, working on projects that would change lives. I turned deserts into forests, wastelands into farms. I became a name, a brand. I was Alex, the guy who could make the earth bloom. And then, one day, I got a call that would change everything. It was a producer from a popular TV show. They'd seen my work, my blog, my social media. They wanted to do a segment on me, on my journey, on my success. I agreed, and that's when I decided it was time to go home. I stood in front of that old house, the house that had once been my prison, my heart pounding in my chest. I could hear the laughter, the jeers, the ridicule, but I also heard something else. I heard the wind rustling through the leaves of the trees I'd planted, the hum of the bees in the flowers I'd grown. I heard the echoes of my own voice, whispering, "I did it. I proved them wrong." The door opened, and there they were. My mom, my dad, my sister. Their eyes widened as they took in the sight of me, the man I'd become. I was no longer the scrawny kid with the dirty hands and the crazy dreams. I was Alex, the eco-warrior, the green thumb extraordinaire. "Alex?" my mom whispered, her voice barely audible. I nodded, a small smile playing on my lips. "Yeah, Mom, it's me." My dad, he just stared, his jaw slack, his eyes wide. He looked like he'd seen a ghost. My sister, well, she looked like she'd seen a monster. Her eyes were narrowed, her lips curled in a sneer. "What are you doing here, Alex?" she spat. I ignored her, turning to my parents. "I'm here to show you something," I said. "I'm here to show you what I've become, what I've done." I led them outside to the backyard. The backyard that had once been barren, that had once been a symbol of my failure, my embarrassment. But now it was a lush garden, a thriving ecosystem. It was a testament to my journey, my struggle, my triumph. My mom gasped, her hands flying to her mouth. My dad, he just stood there, his eyes wide, his mouth open. My sister, she said nothing, her face a mask of shock and disbelief. I turned to them, my voice steady, my eyes clear. "This is what I've become," I said. "This is what I've done. I turned a barren land into a thriving ecosystem. I turned a dream into a reality. And I did it all, despite what you said, despite what you thought." My mom, she started to cry, her tears streaming down her face. My dad, he just nodded, his eyes filled with pride. My sister, she looked away, her face flushed with shame. "I'm sorry, Alex," my mom whispered. "I'm sorry we didn't believe in you. I'm sorry we didn't see your potential." I smiled, my heart filled with a warmth I'd never known. "It's okay, Mom," I said. "I understand. But now, you see, now you know." And with that, I turned and walked away, leaving them to their thoughts, their regrets, their realizations. I'd come home to prove a point, to show them what I'd become. And I'd done just that. I'd shown them the power of belief, the strength of determination, the beauty of perseverance. As I drove away, I looked in the rearview mirror, at the house, at the garden, at the family I'd left behind. And I smiled, knowing that I'd done it. I turned a dream into a reality. I turned a barren land into a thriving ecosystem. And I turned a family of doubters into a family of believers. And that, my friends, is my story. The story of a kid with a green thumb, a dream, and a whole lot of determination. The story of a journey, a struggle, a triumph. The story of Alex, the eco-warrior, the green thumb extraordinaire. And it's a story that's far from over, because I still got dreams to chase, promises to keep, and a world to change, one garden at a time.